Talking here with Jack Renkens of Recruiting Realities about the realities of recruiting, about college recruiting with student athletes and what they have to do, what not to do, things like that. So just a few questions here from Mr. Renkens. What got you involved in this whole recruiting process? I know it started, very early for you. You've been involved in, athletics, high school and college athletics for a long time, but what got you started?
My daughter, she was a high school basketball player, soccer, softball, and I started sitting in the stands with the parents and listening to them and trying to explain to them, whoa, you need to back up here. And then I ended up writing 10 questions to ask college coaches when they contacted those parents, and I was doing a lot of banquets, speaking engagements because I was a college coach. And one night I asked the guy if I could speak about recruiting, and he said sure. I spent about 15 minutes throwing out dates, contact. I had 20 people standing in line. My God, I had no idea. So I wrote a little guidebook, and a guy from Nike heard me and invited me to a national convention, and that was pretty much it. Now I'm on my 19th book, and I do about 200 high schools a year across the country.
How many student athletes do you feel, whether it's 100% or less, or how many student athletes you come across, they believe that, they honestly believe that they're going to get recruited by somebody?
I would say over 90% believe that they're going to get discovered and somebody's going to come knocking on their door. When you're a Division I and a high Division II player, there are 50 services out there that rate, rank, evaluate, and list players that college coaches buy. We're looking at 8, 9, 10% of the kids in the world will ever be on any of those lists. The other 90% of the kids, they got to sit around. Well, you want to wait? You have to create an opportunity. As I mentioned tonight, Division II, Division III, NAIA, junior college, they don't have budgets to be going all over the country evaluating talent, but they love to hear about a kid in New Jersey, and it's a fact of life.
How much of that recruiting craze is driven by the parents? A parent saying, we're going to go here or we're going to go there. How much of that is driven by the parents?
I think the majority of the families in the country feel the same way. They think they're going to get to pick the school, and they basically all do the same thing. They do a nice job, but they pick 5, 6 schools that they like. They do a great profile. Most of them do even a professional video, and then they mail it out to the 5, 6. Then they get an Instagram, they get an email, they get a questionnaire, and then they get invited to camp. That's it. You don't get to pick the school. School pick you. It's the biggest problem or issue with every family. I run into them all the time. My son's ranked 27th best quarterback in the country. He wants to go to USC. They're not recruiting him. He's not playing there. You don't get the pick.
Do you think, you talked a lot tonight about the kids having the power to negotiate with a coach, or especially if the kid is really good, obviously, the power to negotiate their terms about official paid visits, things like that. Do you think a lot of kids realize the power that they have in their hands?
Absolutely not. Most parents and kids, including a lot of high school coaches, do not know the rules of the game. And, I'm a parent, and every parent loves their student athlete. A college coach invites them to a game, invites them to visit campus. They're all excited. They don't understand. They invite everybody. And all they have to do is ask and know the rules of the game. As I say, my slogan for trademark has been, it's a game, know the rules. All you got to do is ask, is this going to be an official paid visit? If it's not a paid visit, why would you go? They're not serious.
We talked a little bit about social media before I push my little button here, and obviously, it's a huge concern for a prospective college student athlete is, what to post and what not to post. Is that almost a separate lecture, all by itself?
There's some people that are out there talking about it, but every week I have horror stories, and it just keeps, it's so repetitive The kids are taking pictures of their body parts. They're taking pictures of each other drinking at parties, doing this, doing that, posting stuff. You know, and I know their parents tell them and inform them. I have a whole page in my guidebook about rules and regulations about social media as well and the hazards of that. But all we can do as educators is try to get the message across.
I think I might know the answer to this, but I'll ask you, what's the most difficult sport for someone? I'm thinking football, but I'll let you tell me what's the most difficult sport for someone that wants to get funded.
I really don't think there are any. I hear a lot from swimming parents. It's different. No, it's not. I mean, when you have programs like football that are making money, opportunity is abundant. The issue is, as I pointed out again tonight, are you willing to go to St. Mary's College in North Dakota? That's the issue. No, I want to go to Rutgers. I want to go to Syracuse. I want to... Wait, whoa. You can't even play there. You can play at St. Mary's and they'll fund you. So as far as saying, sailing's different, crew's different, they're all the same. You just have to be in a position to negotiate, and you have to create that opportunity for your family.
Again, talking with Jack Renkens about the realities of recruiting and everything that goes with it. You mentioned in your talk about New Jersey being one of the top 5 states that student athletes are sought after. How did that come about? Of course, there's 50 states. How did New Jersey get to be rich in talent, I guess?
Well, probably population would be one, but you have some of the best coaches and hard-nosed kids, and it's just the history of Jersey, period. When I was in Massachusetts, I had 2 parents come down here tonight that knew a couple of my players that I recruited from Jersey, and they were 2 of the better players I had in my tenure up there. But it's just a fact of life that you got talent here, and everybody knows it.
Who's the biggest or most successful player that you come across that you recruited or had contact with or whatever?
I've had hundreds. Over the years I get emails. I can't track them all. I've been at over 4,000 schools. So I would say the most recent one out of Paramus Catholic was Rashawn.
Rashawn, huh?
You know who he is, right? Rashawn Gary, played at Michigan.
Okay.
He's one of the top 10 NFL draft picks.
Okay. Yep.
He heard me speak twice.
Okay. So it kicked in the second time?
He was getting recruited by everybody in the world. He was one of the top 5 recruits in the country.
All right.
They brought me pictures with Nick Saban and Urban Meyer and his mom. It was wonderful, and he was a great kid, and he was a 4.0 student, and it doesn't hurt to be 6'6", 310 and run a 4.5 40 either.
No, it doesn't. My last question is, where can people that weren't here tonight, where can they get more information about?
Go to my website.
Your website.
Everything's on the website. Schedule, questions, answers, feedback, everything.
All right. And you know the website by off the top of your head? Or
recruitingrealities.com.
Good. Simple enough. Jack Renkens, nice enough to join us here for a few minutes. Thank you so much, and good luck in your travels.
All right. Thank you.